Today we have a very special guest. It is Mark Ulett from Ways to Wellness, and they have a senior wellness program that is taking the industry by storm. If you would, just tell me a little bit about Ways to Wellness and what was the driving factor that led you to start Ways to Wellness?
Yeah, thank you. I think a lot of us right now, companies that are out there and are young, we saw a huge crisis coming with the COVID. For folks who are in their 70s and 80s, this was going to take just a huge hit to the quality of life because we had such a loneliness epidemic already. Folks are isolated in ways they never have been before in history, right? And when you layer on top of that, what we were going to do, the social isolation of the lockdowns, we really needed to do better to help support the caregivers, help support the seniors, provide engagement, stimulation, keep folks mentally engaged. Well, especially while we got through the worst of the crisis, but still there's a lot of challenges. So it's been a long road and complicated journey, but we're very pleased to be able to partner with these organizations, not just in senior living communities, other organizations that provide the wide range of services that seniors really need. Partnering with folks like SiteStaff Chat to find new clever ways to distribute and get this content out there so it can inform those seniors and those families about the opportunities that exist in that community.
You speak of content, so talk to me about what that content is.
As a digital marketing tool, we have these publications. We started with Puzzle Experience. This is for folks who are 55 to 75, crossword puzzles, mazes, Sudoku, trying to keep for folks who want to stay sharp. But then we realized as well there was a lot of dementia going on and a lot of support for folks who are living with dementia. And so we created a second set of publications around coloring, around easy games, around reminiscing, and really trying to put a lot of attention into creating content that resonates, right? So it makes a very easy tool, right? A very easy digital asset, send it out, PDF, has your branding and promotional information on it. What it does is it creates an opportunity, I think, to show what differentiates your brand, right? And for the senior living communities, there's a whole wellness program. It's not just digital content to send out. It's designed to be printed on location. Having Ways to Wellness as your engagement tool is an opportunity to bring your prospects in. Don't just give them something they can do. Don't just try to give them like, oh, here's a hat and a keychain. Say, hey, here's what we do. We want to bring you into the types of activities that we're doing, to the way that we try to engage and stimulate. So we see the dimensionality of Ways to Wellness, both serving the seniors, right? We need to make each publication as engaging as possible. And in doing so, it creates an opportunity both for the marketing side as well as the engagement folks. Initially when the pandemic came down, it was like, oh my goodness, the seniors. But I have a weird background. I have a PhD in the history of science, technology, and medicine. And so I had weird perspectives. I knew in every pandemic in history, it was like caregivers were going to get hammered just as much, right? And a couple months into this thing, man, the engagement coordinators are getting just absolutely hammered. Everybody's doing jobs they didn't have before. It was very, very chaotic. And so trying to create a full support system. Right. Here you go. Plug these events in. You're going to be able to take our easy description, modify it for your community, add that into the additional programming that you guys have. Right. In Ways to Wellness, we have a motto: show, don't tell. So if you're in digital marketing, you now have Ways to Wellness as these 116 publications a year to send out to folks, tons of content that you can share. But in addition, now your engagement folks are running these activities, but this is not, let me be clear here. This is not like a Groundhog's Day event. No, these are well thought out, well-designed programs around sort of meaningful engagements. We try to make them multi-sensory, right? So that you're stimulating all the different senses. We're trying to do much better as we develop our 2023 program. I'm so excited for 2023. We're going to go some really fun places with our seniors.
What are some of the unexpected benefits that you've experienced for having the periodical? Something that you didn't think it would affect, and it has.
Two things come to mind. The first is we've been very, very surprised by how the publications move throughout the world. We did not start with a digital tool. We made physical printed books. And then the supply chain got so bad, that became impossible. So we pivoted to digital. Now we have this great set of digital assets. It works better for digital marketing. Our clients like it better. But what we realized was the way that these books were going out, it's not just about the puzzle. It's about the gift, right? It's about the act of gift giving. And so what we found, I went on a 25,000 mile road trip around the country, giving away books like Johnny Appleseed. It was during the peak of Omicron, just trying to go out and do some goodwill for folks. And what we learned was we'd find people would call me, right? They're like, these books are great. How do I get more? I'd say, where did you find it? And they're like, oh, I got it in my hair salon. Oh, I got it. Somebody gave it to me at the hardware store. Like, wild, right? And so as we started to explore and expand, when I left on the journey, right, I was going out to speak to senior living organizations, and right away we realized that agencies on aging, senior community centers, adult daycare facilities, that everybody needed this kind of content. And so it's been an exciting exploration of how folks are using, but that's it, right? It's about the gift, the act of giving and receiving. That has really landed. I think the second piece that's been realizing that for some of our in-home care clients, especially, that the publications, right? So you'll have an in-home care context. The caregiver is doing the puzzle experience with the more complicated puzzles. The senior's doing colorful fun, same topics, right? Same themes. They can talk about it, but they're doing their own puzzles. What surprised me was that some of the in-home care folks have responded saying, this is great employee education. And I said, what do you mean? They're like, well, a lot of our folks don't have that full education. So just doing your wellness puzzle, it's all wellness themed, right? Our employees may not know that blueberries had antioxidants, but they do now because it was included in your puzzles and fun activities. So that's a piece where the folks are repurposing the ideas and finding value in ways that we did not expect is certainly the most unexpected and exciting aspects of the last couple of years.
For me, I look at it and I really don't see a space within senior living where this could not be a benefit. There really is no space within the industry where this can't be good for the end user or for the company itself. I commend you for that.
We have been forced, right? We've all been forced to do new things, right? So when the pandemic came down, just like everybody else, I got fired. Yep, okay, I did two things. I started writing like telehealth onboarding documentation, right? Because we had to use telehealth, and then making puzzles for seniors these were like really, okay, how do we use technology? It was really important for us. We go digital, right? These are designed to be printed to the senior, right? This act of gift giving is a piece of it. It's important. I just have enjoyed the opportunity to connect with the seniors here in my area, and they very much reaffirm this. Paper is a platform. It's important that folks remember, and even if you're PDFing it does it get printed and used? And so finding those transitions between print and digital is really important for folks. And thankfully, at least the QR codes have come into the mix now that COVID reshaped some of those behaviors.
If you could, let me know what a provider, whether it's a community, home health care, caregiver, how can they utilize your periodicals, and how can they get in touch with you?
For digital marketing, it's very flexible, right? We have designed the licensing to be very make it a weapon for you, right? So you can send these individual PDFs on, send it through direct message and digital marketing if you want. SiteStaff chat. You guys are sending these publications out in that method. Use your email distribution channels that you have, right? I'm really excited to learn more, right? Hear how other folks are using new channels that are emerging to share these opportunities. Folks can definitely come to our website. We're very excited to share what we're doing with folks. So please reach out to us, and we'd love to share our work with you and see how we can work together to promote the work that you're doing at that organization. Really, we see this as a partnership, right, between and an honor to be involved in the ways that your organizations are supporting seniors. Or SiteStaff chat. You can also reach out to them. I'm sure they're connected with us through our new partnership.